To battle, packmates! And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates. I am Lieutenant Commander Tyrek of the light cruiser Pouncer, as we continue our campaign against the Hydran Star Kingdom, and we've started to slowly turn things around. We've started to go a little bit on the forefoot, attacking the enemy and defeating them wherever we may find them. And, well, we've pushed them out of the neutral zone, so, great things. So let's set out and continue to do battle. And a MET-10 patrol, an excellent way to start your day, part of a full and complete balanced war campaign. We are currently working our way towards a couple of interesting different style of heavy cruisers. Also, the single-tooth Tigers are now out, or the single-tooth whatevers, which are generally the Mauler ships. So STT, if you see that, or ST something, you should generally consider, oh, that's probably a Mauler ship. And we are going to be cruising on here, escorted today by the X marks the spot, as well as the Carrot. I suppose it's spelled like a carrot diamond, right? Is it? Not entirely sure. Don't look into those things too often. So, pirates are currently working with us on this campaign as we push out into the neutral zone. Perhaps they have decided to say, hey, we'll help you secure this area if you help us deal with a rival gang, and that doesn't appear to be the case, as we do find an enemy heavy cruiser at long range. According to this, she is a DCR, double cruiser. You can also tell that because it's a doubled up hull right there. That was the easy way that they decided to implement double cruisers in this game. Also double raiders and double frigates too? Something like that. Let's see exactly what he's coming to pack with. Hopefully nothing in the plasma department. And no, 2 photon torpedoes, 2 missile launchers, 2 anti-missile defense systems, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 phaser 1s, 4 phaser 3s to back that whole shenanigans up. He's actually got a pretty serious long-range punch in those photon torpedoes, although it's only 2 of them, and he is technically a heavy cruiser hull, which, yeah, that'll lead to things. Let's go a 1 and a 1. We're probably going to need more power into the electronic countermeasure, so let's also, not that, but this, buff the forward shield, just in case for any long-range fire he starts to shoot down at us. We are at maximum range for photon torpedoes at this point, so he should be firing any moment now. Well, actually, no, he probably won't. He'll wait till about, what, 30 maybe? Oh, it doesn't look like they were charged, but by the time... No, that was the last known information from the probe. What am I saying? I'm being absolutely insane. Well, not quite. Yeah, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Let's kick... He's gone up to 5. He's going up to 6. So let's go full 6 to counter him. Yeah, it does indeed love to have control over those things. Incoming photon torpedoes. 1 hits, 1 misses. Not terrible. Not wonderful either, but not terrible. Looking at an attack shift of 1 at this point. And disruptors averaging about 4 damage at this range. I'm not super psyched about that one, so we're going to wait a little bit longer. In fact, we may just wait until we get right down to point-blank range. It really all depends on how much damage he's about to send our way. Set to bubble. Get ready to hit him with everything. All weapons select. We are ready to rock. Ooh, this will be an interesting thing. So this isn't going to stop us from bumping him with that, but it does mean that a follow-up would be... we're going to be shot anyway for 55 damage. Not terrible at all. Dump a mine on him. If he starts moving, he's going to have a bad day. We'll start pulling away. Already knocked out 2 of his phasers and 1 of his AMDs. Not that that matters at all. We don't have any missiles. Although maybe one of our friends? No, Carrot's a plasma boat and also a plasma boat. So we really sided with the right people on this one. There, the mine goes off. The moment he hit a speed of 4, it blew up in his face. Well, above 4. So 4.1, suddenly he had problems. Disruptors, looks like 3 of them are charging. Is this one not, or is it a glitch? Looks like it's not charging, so we're just going to have to keep that in mind. But we do have 3 disruptors going, so we will blast away, firing into defense shift of 2, which is not great. Well, attack shift of 2. But luckily, we are being escorted by people who have big plasma torpedoes, and that's very helpful. Keep the fire going, knock them down, open holes, and looks like we get both of these on, so they are going to hit the hull here. And bounce. Another 28 damage from that as we pull on through, knocking most of his systems offline. He is not having a good day. Did fire another little barrage of phasers towards us. I think that might have been the Carrot doing that into him instead. Oh, it's the War Bride. Not a terrible name for a pirate ship. Just a little bit weird. Let's keep coming around. We'll hit him with disruptors just as soon as we have the arc, although the twin mount in the center has a huge arc. It's gigantic. I just want to make sure that we get around to this open shield before I decide to start wasting fire into him. Disruptors. A couple of blasts right there. And phasers. This will probably finish him off. Yes, indeed. It's a relatively nice ship. We get it relatively early, too. Like, this does not feel quite like an early or even a mid-era light cruiser or war destroyer leader, I guess we are. Just feels a little bit more stronger than that. Maybe I'm going insane. 174 prestige is our reward and the tile taken, so now we are the masters in range. Or are we? Was this on the border? Not entirely sure. We're going to have to keep the pressure going. Have to keep pushing them back. A surprised reversed. I'm not generally a huge fan of doing surprise reverses as the Lyrans, mainly because I don't think we have enough firepower to deal with it really quickly. Luckily, we are being greeted today by the Lone Shark, who apparently is a... were you a CVS? You are a CVS. Yes, affordable drugs found there. He is equipped with two... wow, is it 3 Fs? Yeah, that's 3 Fs and an S-type plasma torpedo, but the CV tells me that he is a carrier. Now, that may not be quite accurate because, you know, pirates tend to not be the most uniform bunch out there, but I feel relatively confident saying that that's the case. So we are apparently jumping onto a whole bunch of hydrants way over there, and they have detected us, and it is a frigate, a frigate, a frigate, a frigate, and a frigate. Just a whole bunch of frigates out here. Excellent. So we'll be able to take full advantage of that just as soon as we can get there. Trouble is, of course, getting there. We are a little bit slow right now because we're trying to charge this. But you know what? I'm going to sap from that budget. Sorry, but you're just going to have to make do. I need the power for more important things, like getting to the enemy in time. Although I don't think we can actually make a full 31. Ooh, that could get ugly. Let's see what we're dealing with. No, wrong button. So the frigate, you are a normal frigate. You're probably a light cruiser destroyer type. So I'm going to bet you're the most powerful, either that or you're the carrier of the group. You are an LN, a Legionnaire, is that it? I believe so. Just waiting for this capacitor to charge is so painful. And even then, once it's fully charged, I'm not going to have a whole heck of a lot more power to go work with here. Almost. Come on, just a couple more. Like 3 more arrows and you're good. That's not super important. We should hopefully be able to knock him out completely by the time we actually hit him. Although these fighters should do a number. As we found out during our Federation campaign, if you bring fighters to one of these missions, it's like playing easy mode because they just rip the crap out of everything. It's amazing. As we just sit here, speed of 25 is kind of the best I can do. Frankly, I'm not able to do a whole heck of a lot right now because of that. Although it does look like we're about to finish off the capacitor any second here. Ooh, are you able to fire your point defense at the fighters? That would be bad. 42 damage already down on that frigate. He's going to have a bad day. Wow, he's actually pretty well armed. I mean, it's only a single hellbore, but then he backs that up with 4 Phaser 2s and a Phaser G. That's not a small amount of firepower. This is not a carrier, he's a fusion boat. Interesting. And I think we're fully charged. So this is our maximum speed. Let's kick this sucker going, and we'll hit him as hard as we can. And turn it on. All other weapons select. We're going to smash into him just as hard as we possibly can. Timing! Just enough damage. I saw 101 there just before he died, so we're going to go with that one. And now we slow way down, mainly because it's going to take us a little while to actually get things done at this point. We now have to just drift between all the groups. Who would be dangerous if he were to turn back on? Not really immensely dangerous. Kind of. Honestly, it's probably these two would be the most difficult to fight, purely because of the hellbore, and because I hate hellbores. So we're, of course, going to focus on him. All weapons select again. We're not going to have the ESGs this time, but we should have a couple of disruptors ready to go. We may just wait. Yeah, we have time to wait for all the disruptors to be ready. And ready to rock. 72 damage is all we were able to put down, which is not enough. 75 in total so far. This is almost ready to go, so I'm just going to kick this sucker on. Maybe this will pop him. And bounce. Yeah, that did him. Coming around. We still have him and him. Although we're starting to get a little bit carried away from him. Yeah, that dealt with him. Down to the last one. The final enemy of this group. We're going to head right on into him and hopefully fry him with a lot of firepower. Disruptors and phasers about to be ready for another run. And do you actually have more plasma torpedoes? Yeah, those look real. Although their range is a bit long. That one, the S-type will definitely get there though. He's not that far out of range. But these Fs are not going to do nearly as much damage as they should. Are all the fighters dead? Huh. The fighters are either dead or he brought them back home. Disruptors, please. Ooh, only doing 3 damage. That wasn't a long-range shot, and, well, not great. We have seen better. Our ESG is fully charged. Let's kick up the speed. It is about to be fully recycled and ready to rock. It is ready to rock. So we kick this sucker on. All the weapons select. We're not going to have the disruptors on this one, but he's a frigate. This ought to do him in. Yes, it did. Victory is, of course, ours. As we drift on through the wreckage of a Hydran group that was attempting to form to stop us from doing whatever it is we're doing. mostly invading the neutral zone at this point. We haven't quite gotten up the courage to be able to push across into enemy space. 300 prestige because surprise reverses pay out incredibly well, and we can keep on the aggression. Don't need to go back to restock any sort of weapons or ammunition or repair anything. It's great. We are a full energy boat and we can take advantage of that. Battle stations. And I'm just going to set this down to 0 just to begin with. Vessels on patrol. We have no friends on this one, so it's just us and the unknown. We're going to creep around along nice and slowly, purely because I want to get this charged. I like having the ESG at maximum power when I run into the enemy. And, like now, set a probe, find out exactly what we're dealing with. Who are you? What do you do? You're a CR1, and you are equipped with 3 F-type plasma torpedoes. That is actually pretty significant. So we're going to prep our Wild Weasel, because I don't actually want to engage you with those plasma torpedoes. Things could get ugly really fast. We are shooting it into an attack shift of 1. That's not on. Let's go 1 and 1. See if he's going to chase me all the way up. I think he will. They like to do that sort of thing. First shuttle's almost ready. Start the second shuttle. Alright, let's get down to a much more normal speed of time. And let's kick up the speed, because we're going to need it. Disruptors. Fire and turn. He's only doing a speed of 11. And from that range, if I can actually get up to speed, you shouldn't actually be able to touch me. So maximum acceleration. I wish I could actually order like some sort of buff to acceleration, but that's not really something in the cards. Incoming additional phaser firepower, or plasma torpedo. And the first one doesn't really touch me. We were able to bleed it dry with our, is that only? Yeah, 4 phaser 3s. Or 2 phaser 3s and, how many? Yeah, 2 phaser 3s and 2 phaser 1s. And now that we've bled out 2, he's only got 1 left. So if I can get him to shoot that 2, we can really start causing some havoc. Yeah, the capacitor's fully charged at this point. Disruptors, not so much. We are, of course, sapping their energy for other things. Come on, shoot it. You know you want to shoot that plasma torpedo. You are just dying to do it. I know you are. I know your type. I know how you think. Come on. You know you want to do it. Fire that plasma torpedo. Let it off the chain. Maybe not. Maybe we're just going to sit here and fire disruptors back and forth across at each other. That wouldn't be a terrible thing. I mean, we do have a huge flex mount for that disruptor. As we slowly curl on in. At this point, we're almost committed to this. I mean, we're kind of too close to just turn off and start doing other things. Once I hit a distance of 5, I'm going to have to start firing phasers. Because beneath that, well, we're at effective range for that sort of thing. Will we actually be able to curl this in that tight? I think... No, he's starting to pull out now. More disruptor fire. He's firing his own phasers. Fire ours. There we go. Got a hole. So, do we want to do anything with Marines if we ever get close again? I think we got to do... Ooh, he's out-turning me. He is out-turning me. That is not good. Disruptors, not going to be ready for a while. Phaser capacitor is also recharging. Break off. Full power. Get us out of here. Because he's going to come around and he does have his plasma torpedoes ready to go. And I want to bait them out. I don't want to have to use a Wild Weasel. If at all possible, I want to preserve Wild Weasels. So he is also increasing speed, although we are capable of doing 31. So there is that going for us, so long as we don't have all the disruptors ready. And prep another one. We're just going to keep prepping him. So again, the goal is to get him to fire off his plasma torpedoes at us without having to use a Wild Weasel. Mainly because we need to bump people in order to hurt them. And so if we don't have our speed and maneuverability available, then our expanding sphere generator becomes much less effective. So setting for tracks, just head directly away. Set a probe. What are you at? Okay, you've just fired again. It's not going to hit us, but you are under cloak, but that's fine. Because we don't need to see you to bump you with our expanding sphere generator. So we're going to keep coming around. We're going to burn that one dry, and then we're just going to smash into him with the ESG. So ESG set to 0 range. That means it'll do the most amount of damage that it possibly can. And we're only going to have 1 disruptor, but that's fine. Because we're about to smash into him with the force of a wrecking ball. ESG, kick and go. All weapons prepare for the follow-up when he flashes open. And 58 damage, right on into him. As we pass on through. Knocked out one of his plasma torpedoes completely. The other one is still charging, although we do need to cut some speed so that we can start doing stuff. He's down to a speed of 3.1, so I think we got a major part of his engines. Because 3.2, yeah, if he's not accelerating beyond that, he's probably got problems. We have 4 Wild Weasels ready to go, so just in case all hell breaks loose, we have an emergency plan. Which is excellent. Phaser capacitor is mostly charged. We're going to come in for another sweeping pass here. Rake him as hard as we can with all the phasers. I do want to hit this weakened shield. I would like to get relatively close to it too, if at all possible. Disruptor may be ready in time. Yeah, it's going to be tight. Oh, didn't even need it. Wow. Maybe we were just being too careful with them. Sometimes we try and treat them with very much kid gloves, because they can be very, very dangerous, and we don't want to get hurt. Let's see how much prestige that one's worth. 262, not bad at all. That brings us up to 2,167, and a promotion to captain. We're now Captain Tyrek. So, with that in mind, let's start heading home. Asteroid base assault, no. Convoy raid, sure, we'll give it a shot. The reason I don't want to do an asteroid base assault is because in order to use my most effective weapons, I have to get close. I could use disruptors at long range, but that would take forever. There is the convoy. They do appear to be heading somewhat in my direction. I have no friends on this one, so it's just going to be you and me and them. Set this down to 0 just in case. So, not seeing who's going to be. Hopefully it'll be Hydrons, although when I say that, I'm immediately then reminded that a lot of Hydron ships are carriers, and that would be devastating. We'd rather not die. Freighter, and freighter at this point, just 3 of them. Any Q ships yet? SPH, you're a Q ship. And so we are looking at a single Q ship so far. Oh, FHS, was that another freighter? So 1 Q ship, HS small, SPH, and there's the heavy cruiser support. Okay. So the plan is planned to go as fast as we possibly can and smash as many ships as we possibly can. We're not going to be able to duel this out. We are not that powerful. Plus, I'm going to bet you that he's probably packing either fighters or Hellbores. What class are you? You're an LB, a Lord Bishop class. That may actually be a bit light on fighters. If we had an escort, we could really do something with this. Yeah, 4 Hellbores, 2... Yeah, we had one of these back when we were doing our Hydron campaign. I'm positive about it, because this is a weapon mix that I would prefer. More Hellbores over having fewer disruptors, or fusion cannons. The question is he going to have... Is he going to have fighters? Because if he does, it makes our life difficult. If he doesn't, we might actually stand a chance of smashing him pretty hard. Of course, he does have Gatling phasers, which is, of course, a problem. That is a plan. I like the plan. So he does have fighters. Looks like he's got 3 of them. Alrighty. Yep, that's what we were expecting. Alrighty. So what it is that we're going to have to do. Let's first get the shield reinforced to a maximum. And get the ESG set to 1. Kick the sucker on. Yep, he's long range blinking at me. He's doing a speed of 21 and dropping. Phasers, get ready for the follow-up. Alright, dead, but apparently more power. Let's see if we can't get the ESG in range of something, anything. We're going to try and do a little bit of drive-by. Q-ship, opening fire as well. Wait, what? You have fighters as well? Oh, crap. That's not good. If I can just have this last long enough to touch his shields. Didn't work, okay. Marines away. Turn away. And we're going to go on to the next one. You're going to be 4, you're going to be 6. Yeah, we're not taking those. A little bit of hull damage going down onto him. Not anything serious that he can't handle, just a little bit to kind of remind him who we are, what we're doing. And I think we need a mine coming up. Not here, but right as we pass in front of you. Because that's going to freak you out. You're going to immediately attempt to avoid the mine. So let's see what you do with it. Are you going to fly right into it? Because that'd be pretty amusing to me, actually. Yeah, that worked. Still at 6 people. You are still hounding me. You are not giving up on me, are you? He's really cutting the speed, too, with it. Alright, so those fighters... ESG... We've got no power into this. Oh, please be enough damage to, like, wipe him out. Don't think so. I mean, we're not charging anything all that well. So, we need more power. You. Freighter exploded upon capture. Excellent. So that's the first one down. We're just going to have to keep the speed up. We need to be able to deal enough damage to him to knock down his defenses. And also not get caught by this Lord Bishop who's really not liking us. Oh, so the shield is down. That's a problem. All weapons. Send over our first batch of Marines. It's not going to be enough to take him in one round, but it's a start. Also a drop of mine. How are you doing? You've got a fusion cannon, so as long as I'm too close to you, you're going to make my life pain. Oh, ESG just kicked on. Whoops. So one thing we do have to be careful about is an ESG interacts with a Hellbore. If a Hellbore flies across an ESG, it causes damage directly to the generator, and that's a bit of a problem, as one might assume. Let's get ready to dump another group of Marines on board. Come on, I gotta have some phaser firepower here. Thank you. That'll be 2 down. Alright, so there's 2 more freighters, and now we're starting to take damage. Okay, so now we need to consider just leaving. As long as my transporters are good, I can probably get another one. Ow, ow! Lots of ow. I need to get away from you. I don't have a way of getting away from you. I gotta pretty much count on you to screw up. So if you don't mind, if you could screw up at any moment, that'd be great. This, down to 0. Kicking on full power. I'm gonna see if I can't kill him on an overrun. Yes, I can. Okay, now we just need to survive long enough to hit him and then be gone. Oh, and to survive that. And to survive that. So, mine, because he's following us pretty darn closely. As we come up to him, just need to get his shields down, because I think he's only got 3 people on board, and we have 4 transporters. So just need to drop your shields for just a moment, and then we can be gone. Then I'll set the yellow alert and just sprint on out of here. Shoot, we need to slow down, because we're not charging phasers fast enough. Come on, a little bit faster. Another mine. Okay, get ready, get ready, get ready. Oh, didn't even need that. Excellent. So now we can rush off in this direction. Yellow alert, please. And full power. We're gone. So, dump a mine. Let's get this Lord Bishop off us. Oh, this is the real question. Can we avoid the Lord Bishop long enough? Alright, how much power do I got? I've got a lot of extra power. So I'm gonna go that. I think the shield is not going to help us. Shielding will not protect us at all. The reason why shield will not protect us is because his Hellbores will just wrap around to the weakest shield, so we can't really reinforce enough at all. What we can do is try and knock him down on electronic countermeasures. So we're set to run directly away from him. And I'm going to drop another mine. So this is going to force him to have to avoid it. Every little bit expands our distance between us. Oh, please don't. Wow. Let's not do that. Because that would be bad. We're going to pass awfully close to that, though. Just double check. Let's pull away, because I don't want to accidentally hit it. We are flying through the dust, which is definitely not good. Oof, didn't want to pass through, like, if it had a tumble radius or something. Pull away, pull away, pull away. Keep running, keep running. Rely on that defense shift. We must... We killed the whole convoy, so, I mean, that's great going for us. Actually, let's double check. Does it count the Q ship? Show me... the freighter exploded upon capture. Yeah, we destroyed all the freighters. Okay, so yeah. So we've taken care of all of it. Now we just run. Oh, wrong button. Let's hope we can get far, far away from here. And we'll increase the speed time. We're just flying in a straight line. Drawing out distances as much as we can. Okay, you're at a distance of beyond 30 now, and you can't decrease that distance to us. So we came in, we knocked out the convoy, and then we got out of here. Wonderful. Oh, this is exactly what this ship was... Okay, I can't say that's what it was designed... Well, maybe, actually. With the number of transporters it has, that's the reason why we were able to pull this off. Because we were able to just nuke two of them with just by beaming Marines onto them. And we could bring enough of them to bear that even the ones that were a little bit better defended, we could just avoid. So, that is an entire convoy wiped out from right underneath the nose of a heavy cruiser. I feel quite happy about that one. And set to warp. And we are gone. You cannot catch us anymore. We have succeeded where you failed. Let's see how much prestige what's it worth. I'm going to guess like 150. It wasn't a huge convoy. Although it was a pretty big defender. Wow, okay, wow. That That is 592 prestige. Holy crap. That is some serious cash. Hi, shipyard. We're here for stuff. Hopefully anyway. 3,000 is a BC. Wildcat battlecruiser is 4 disruptors, 4 ESGs. No. We were looking at a D something, right? It was a DCC, right? DCC plus. 2 ESG. Oh, no, maybe the battlecruiser would be better. Huh. Well, we can't afford it anyway. Because it's 3,000. Actually, if we were to trade in our ship, we would get 601. If we were to buy the cheapest thing that we can possibly buy, that would be 270. So we get an additional 300. Yeah, we could not buy it, just barely outside of it, I think. I'm not going to risk that close to it. So BCPP is a Wildcat battlecruiser with no fighters. So 4 ESGs, 4 Disruptor 4s, 10 Phaser 1s. It's really nice, actually. Oh, wait, what? It was the shields that we cared about on the DWTs. Right, that's what I remember. Because we came over to the DWT, not the DWT, but the DCC is had 30 shields as compared to the battlecruisers 20-something shields. Yeah, 28, 36. So this is a power upgrade. It has 44 engine power. Compared to the DCC Plus was 40 power, but it had 2 less ESGs. Huh. I still think I want a DCC Plus. It's just a really nice, solid ship. I'm just not willing to attempt the shenanigans required to make it work. Not when, if we fail, what else would we buy? A CC Plus would actually be a downgrade in firepower, I think. Yep, so we're going to just patch it up. 47 right there, and we need a couple of mines. We used them. They were very useful. And some more Marines, just in case. Alright, that's actually going to be where we're going to finish up here today. We actually pushed out quite heavily into the neutral zone, putting the pressure on the enemy and demonstrating that the Lyrans are here to kick butt, take names, and not take no for an answer. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.